Nothing real can be threatened. Before anything can be understood, the mind has to stop pretending it's confused by simple words. Say, "Nothing real can be threatened." And instantly a voice rises up. "I don't know what nothing is." Then another. "I don't know what threatened means." But notice what happens the moment definitions become the focus. The mind starts running into the forest, pointing at shadows, demanding a flashlight for each tree. Every branch becomes a story. Every sound becomes an exception. And suddenly the simple doorway, "Nothing real can be threatened," gets buried under 1,000 questions that were never honest to begin with. Because here's the truth. When someone argues about the word nothing, the argument is not about vocabulary. It's about fear. It's about the terror of a self that knows, deep down, that if nothing real cannot be threatened, then everything it built on sand must fall away. So let's slow it down and strip the forest bare. Nothing means the absence of anything with reality, permanence, truth, or substance. Not a little, not some, not occasionally. It means no thing. Threatened means vulnerable to loss, attack, decay, change, or destruction. And the mind instantly begins trying to smuggle its favorite illusions into the category of real. The body, the identity, the history, the stories, the grievances, the so-called personality, the fragile, trembling sense of me that wakes up every morning hoping today will hurt less than yesterday. And when the phrase says nothing real can be threatened, that little made-up self panics. Why? Because if only what is real cannot be threatened, then everything that shakes, breaks, cries, dies, ages, worries, or doubts must be unreal. And the ego knows it. This is why the mind argues with definitions. Not because it's confused, but because it is terrified of clarity. Clarity ends the game. Clarity turns off the chase. Clarity exposes that the you who feels threatened is the very thing that isn't real. So the question becomes simple. Do you want to get out of the forest, or do you want to analyze the bark on every tree? If the statement, "Nothing real can be threatened," brings discomfort, trembling, or defensiveness, that reaction doesn't come from what is real. It comes from what never was. Because the real needs no shield. The real does not shake. The real does not fear learning that it is real. Only illusions fear the light. Only a dream fears waking up. And only the false self feels the tremor of being questioned. So why should anyone care that nothing real can be threatened? Because if it's true, and it is, then peace is not something to earn. It is something already present, already whole, already untouched by every fear the world worships. The moment this is understood, the chase loses its bait. The forest dissolves, and the mind stops pretending that safety is somewhere outside itself. Portrait of a mind standing at the edge of its own illusions, arguing with words not because they're complicated, but because the truth behind them is unbearably simple. A mind insisting it doesn't know what nothing means, as if ignorance could block the light. A mind demanding the definition of threatened, not to learn, but to stall the inevitable. Tonight's traveler has not wandered into a forest of confusion, but into a clearing where every shadow is cast by a fear of waking up. Here, language becomes camouflage. Questions become smokescreens. And the self that trembles at the phrase, "Nothing real can be threatened," does so because it recognizes the sentence as its obituary. For some, this is the beginning of panic. For others, it is the first honest exhale they've ever taken. What happens next is not a twist, nor a moral, nor a punishment. It is simply the unmasking of a character who never existed, standing face to face with the truth that never left. And so our episode concludes not with fear, but with an invitation. Step gently out of the forest, where definitions crumble and illusions dissolve. Ahead lies something quiet, something steady, something untouched by the world's trembling. Call it peace. Call it truth. Or, as they say in that small, peculiar corner of existence known as the Twilight Zone, the part of you that is real was never threatened at all. Part 1 ends here. Part 2 picks up tomorrow when the next line will drop like a stone into still water. Stay tuned.